What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as RideMyAvatar, and we're back from, guess where? LA. And, I didn't do too hot, but we're back into the swing of things with some market watches that you guys will enjoy. And we got so much to talk about because I got some stuff that we need to just go over. So without further ado, let's get into that video. Make sure you heard that bell. But without further ado, let's get into it. First off, we have Arena from Special Release Booster. It is going up slowly but surely. This is just because meta hype is meta hype, and this is from the release special booster. It's not BT11's Arena. We are looking at none other than like a $5 buy-in for her. She's not terribly expensive. $4 here. No, it's about, and that's just with one copies here. But close, with the best one you're going to get for the deal is like $5 here. That's about it if you want multiple copies at once. Next, on Card Market, though, let's take a look. €2. It actually joined us in the hype a little bit. Good to see because they weren't that expensive not too long ago. So that's something to think about there. Excuse me. So that is what it is. I mean, Rena can be splashed in all force, and if you're going to use it, go for it. Then we have Huckmon from Event Pack 3 Double Diamond. So something about this I need to tell you guys. Do not buy into this just yet. The reason why I'm bringing this up is that during the major event of Nationals, there were a bunch of win-a-box tournaments that you could win these promos at. So Event Pack 3, 2, and 1 were given out in an excessive amount of rate. Their win-a-boxes were, $10 each for you got a pack of Event Pack 1 and Event Pack 2. Means that there's most likely going to be flooding of markets soon. Give it a couple weeks and we should start seeing a lot more trickle in where people are just moving product that they didn't want to have in the first place. Which is fine and dandy. I think that's really interesting to see. But also, Event Pack 3, though, was very interesting, though. Mostly after the first wave of Event Pack 1 and 2 got off their races, Event Pack 3 was handed out like butter. I mean, I'm not even kidding. Win-a-boxes were giving out 4 packs of these things. So that means most likely Event Pack 3 will get flooded heavily, if not more. So expect these prices to go down pretty quickly. As you can see, Pro Play Games definitely got a good chunk of them. And, they've been selling here and there, but to be honest with you, it's a waiting game. I don't expect this to stay expensive at all. Once people start listing these crazily, you're going to expect these. They were handed out like candy. Nothing of this was hard to get. You had to spend $20 to get 4 packs, but that was about it. So let's take even looking further. Down, we're looking at €8. Not terrible. That kind of explains what I was mentioning earlier, but this is Europe side. They always are a little bit cheaper. But compared to that $32 price, I think $8 is kind of acceptable. Don't you? Now let's get into this. Commanderon from BT3. As I said before, cards are going to get loaded up pretty quickly. People are going to try to undercut each other. Expect Commanderon probably to come down eventually. It's just what it's going to be. I mean, not even kidding here. Most people are listing them as such. Then Commanderon BT3. On the Europe side, is looking like €20 on the low quantity though, but they should have the same result as us. I do not know how their side events were run. If they had a similar side events, that would expect this to follow suit shortly after. Grumon from Event Pack 2, already down to $11, guys. That's crazy. And look at this, 15 copies from R&RC Gaming LLC probably went to Nationals. And got a whole bunch of them. So, and it's looking like people are starting to undercut each other. So give it a week or two before you start buying in and watch how many get loaded up on the market. It's very important to watch this closely because the sellers are going to be paying attention to on when the people are massively loading up. So these will trickle in for a little bit, but it'll eventually load up the market. Don't get me wrong. There's plenty of product to go around. So on the Europe side, though, looking like €9. Look close to 10. So that's kind of in the acceptable range. But hey, I mean, it is a 2 of in the deck. Nothing terrible out of that. Now let's get into it. Let's see. Kazimon Event Pack 3. As I stated before, yep, people are going to load up on this. Let's see. Can we find somebody that loaded dumb? Nope. But it was very easily attained this weekend. So that is going to really affect the market, as I said before. And to be honest with you, just keep this on your radar and just pay attention closely. Then we have €5 on the Europe side, about to close to 10. So that's kind of where you're at, €5 to €10. So in that $5 range, you can probably find some decent sales if you're trying to flip. Let's get into this. Ignitemon Dimensional Phase pre-release cards. So this card is going up, and I mean, there's only a few copies left. This card is very sought after because of Crossheart, but also because of the Merva Loop deck. But also, this card is just going to be good in purple no matter what. Because when attacking, delete one of your other Digimon, delete one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon with the level less than or equal to the deleted Digimon's level. So, that can give a really good trade-off, especially if you need to pop something. And the Inheritable is really good when you would play a Digimon by an effect, gain 1 memory. It extends plays and stuff like that. I think Ignitemon is going to be one of those cards that are just staples for purple from now on. On the Europe side for its pre-release, though, we're looking at basically bought out. There's not many copies left. That just comes with the territory. What's next? Aerovedramon Dimensional Phase pre-release card. It's starting to bump up, guys. So something you got to watch carefully because there's not many high-end copies of this. Luckily, it is a rare, so it's naturally got a foil. If you want pre-release, then that is kind of on you. But looking at it down, like €3 on the Europe side, you guys got a good fair price there. I think that's pretty solid for a pickup. Then we have Shoutmon ×3. Hype got this bad boy good. So the reason for the hype is because Crossheart did make a lot of showings in the past 3 nationals. So that is big data to take into effect. So Crossheart ×3 is very much a 4 of in the deck, and expect him to be reflected as so as an expensive card. So that's just how that's going to see fit. Then we have Crossheart ×3 on the Europe market, though. Looking on the deep low end €4. Wish we get back into that range, but we probably will not. Then, let's see. Cool Boy X Record pre-release card. Going up but leveling out. Major reason for this is because Nats are over. And I wouldn't be surprised if a restriction list gets announced. I'm not saying it's going to. But if it does, Cool Boy will probably be on the chopping block. We'll have to see. But if they do, that's just how that's going to be. But Cool Boy will come down from there. Expect this to be a little expensive for now, but it'll come down. And then on the Europe side, looking like €10. Really solid there. I would prefer that. I mean, not terrible across the board. I think that's pretty fair. Next, let's see at it. Cool Boy, just holding flatlined at $7.97. So something very interestingly happened during Nats. If you didn't know this, but people were buying it out and then had it close to about $15. Let me see by the time the page hit. So right now, it's getting loaded up with cards that people are dumping. People are dumping cards left and right. So by page... yeah, right around here is where it started to see this. So would be page 6 for us. We were close to page 6 on National Weekend. Reason for that, and I'm going to be honest with you, is people were buying it out to try to hype it up. For that fact of, it's Nats. If you guys can buy out the product and cause a massive spike, then people that are going to the Nationals that are looking for this $7 card is now paying $15 for 1 copy. So they made money off that. That is always a gamble in that kind of situation. So I feel like that was a little bit of stores precautionary buying it out to force a hype in oversaturation. But the community bounced right back and said, nah. But there's a lot of players that right now, since it is Wednesday, are just pushing the product back into the market because they are no longer needing it for any major events, and they don't like to hold on to bad cards that might get hit by the way people are talking constantly about restrictions and everything like that. It does lead into that question. Then on the Europe side, they're equally on par to what we are right now. So €7, about €8. Not terrible. It is dipping down, and that's just because nationals are over. Death X from X Record, bumping a little down. Do keep an eye on him. I don't think he's going to go any lower than this just because Crossheart is now really in the meta again. And with that, people are going to want to start teching in, your Death X's and all that goodies. So it's worth keeping an eye on your radar that way just because these cards become very valuable. Then Death X going a little up in price on the Europe side, but we're looking like €50. So they're not terribly far off from us at the moment. Like I said, pick it up if you really see a higher valuation in Crossheart. So what are we looking for? Can I bring you back? There we go. All fixed. Lucimon Chaos Mode alternate art is coming down a little bit, which is good to see because Mastodon isn't doing as hot as everybody thought it would. The deck really takes a lot of piloting and a lot of skill to get around with it. If you do not have the skill for it, do not pilot this deck, is my recommendation. But that is just me. Hopefully you guys do take that with how you feel. But hey, it's Lucimon Chaos Mode. Enjoy the card as it is. Then Chaos Mode on the Europe side is in the €40 range. Okay, a little cheaper than us by a little bit. But hey, that's not terrible. They're kind of staying in the €40 to €50 range, which is kind of fair to say. It does have a few of, not a lot listed, but hey, comes with the territory, right? Then, let's see. Machinedramon Alternate Art Classic Collection. It's starting to bump up, boys and girls. People are buying it, and it won't be long before this card is basically gone. Machinedramon has been proving itself to be a very confident meta pick this set. And then following set, oh man, it's going to be another fun time with that. With Chaosdramon X Antibody. It's worth keeping an eye on. But let's take a look at it. $21 for the Machinedramon Classic, and it's going up, boys and girls. Expect this to be expensive. I would not be surprised, especially since the boxes, if you can find Classic Collection for $35, highly recommend picking it up. Because again, you get at least most of your money back with just this card right here, and that's not bad of a pull. And especially since Classic Collection was underwhelming for a lot of players, that's worth some decent money to get. So let's take a look on the Europe side, though. Let's see how their alternate art is doing. It's dipping down. €40 to €50 range. Not terrible, actually. At least they have the quantity to match. But let's see what it looks like for its regular art. Kind of holding in the €20 range as well. Again, Machinedramon is a good pick for the meta. It's a very rogue contender, and it did well even in Nationals. Ben really did well with it until the end. And he made 38th place with it, being one of the few highest Machinedramon players at the event. I'm really proud of him, and he's going to do a deck profile. If not, I'll be posting that deck list. Then we have Murmamon Alternate Art Dimensional Phase, guys. This card blew out of the water. It is expensive. Man, if you did not pick it up when this card was in the $20 range, I feel sorry for you. This card is not going to come down anytime soon. With the ability of Crossheart being one of the meta picks, that just comes with this. I'm just being honest with you. Looking at it, 24 euros, 25 euros, 27 euros. Man, oh man, it is an expensive little bugger. For sure. Guillemon Gen Con, This card is holding strong here, but holy cow, there's only a few copies left on market for this thing. I mean, hey, $40 to $60. If you guys got this steel sealed, it might be worth trying to list it. Then let's take a look at it. Dipping down to €8 on their side. The thing is, I think there's a image error or something like that, but hey, that could be a different story. But there is one with the Gen Con stamp, and I don't see it at the moment, so that's that. Let's go into the next card. Rina. Rina is going to be our last talk about. It is going up, boys and girls, and let me be clear about this. This card was going up before Nats even started, but what sealed the deal in it was one of my good player friends named Cliff. He topped the event with it and got top 32 in Swiss. He hit like 7th place if I remember correctly, but he finished in the 32 range. But hey, that's still a strong accomplishment with All Force. This card will not probably come down for a while, and that's going to take a lot of events showing that All Force could not take it. If this was a one-time deal, it was a one-time deal. But no lie, if it starts dominating and stops dominating, you have to take it with a pilot skill, and it wasn't just fluke. Cliff is a very strong blue player. So, Rina going up as well for its regular art, almost $50 range. There's only one page width of it, length. So, looking like €50. That is what it is. And then on the Europe side, we are really struggling to get some copies out here. They have really nothing on the market. And that's for its base art. Let's take a look at its alternate art here. €50 to €70. And nothing really on market. So that could have been a little bit more on Cliff's aspects, because if you look at it, it was at 38, then it topped in our region, North America, and boom, it exploded here. So that is a little more on Cliff's aspect of topping in the North American Nationals with All Force and being the only All Force to top it. So guys, what did you think of this Market Watch? Let me know down in the comments. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!